Yo, what's going on, guys? Steel here. Today I'm back with my monthly final video. This is going to be the April monthly final. It's going to be Stmn against BC Gaming. Also, Patchy Pirate, this is his first game back this year. He substituted in for BC because Vegeta was banned for this month. With all that in mind, let's get right into the game. So looking at this draft, we are going to ban the Lu, the Buster, and the Hank. It's three brawlers they're really good at. They actually had the same idea, but they banned Lumi since they had second pick. We first picked Chester. It's the best brawler in the map, and its hyper charge is very broken. The only thing that's close to it is B. We thought we could play Lola and Carl into it and we would be fine. This is how the draft went. Let's get into the game. Alright, so going into this first game, we're going to be trying to push the mid. Eve is going to do a good job. He's going to bait some ammo and push us out of mid, giving them control. We're going to be pushing the ball away from the Ollie side. I'm going to give it to Tacos. Tacos is going to push it up. Not great though, because Tacos kind of just gives it to Patchy. Patchy's going to move it back, and then as a result, they're going to move it back to the Ollie, and the Ollie is just going to be able to walk it in here.
He's able to do this right through Steel.
So not a great start for us. Obviously not ideal. Here, what we needed to do was push the mid harder, but Eve does just go in with his super.
The self pass, oh my goodness! Doesn't even need teammates to enable that one. BC Gaming rapidly firing away on game number one.
Alright, so game number two. Patchy's going to push really hard to get the ball, but we're going to demech him as a result. Here, Patchy ends up going down to Tacos. Pain ends up taking down Eve, and now we have control of the map, which is really good for us. Here, we're just going to walk up and pinch out Diego. They are going to take down Pain here because of the Ollie super, but Tacos is in a good spot. He can go aggro. He ends up taking down Patchy, and now we're in a pretty good spot. We're going to be trying to hold mid, but they are doing a good job to push us. Patchy hypers up the right. Good stun from Pain, but Patchy is going to take him down regardless. We're going to demech him. But here, we actually managed to defend somehow.
Good defense. Steel intercepts, and a complete team wipe there will save stamina.
120 on the clock. Pain is going to Chester hyper. I'm just going to shoot it on the right. Pretty easy goal. He can't catch it because of the slow. I'm going to have my Lola hyper though. We're just going to be holding down mid. There isn't really a way we should be able to lose this. He's going to super on Tacos, but we're going to kill him anyways. So we're in a pretty good spot. Here, I see that I can just pass the Pain, and Pain can super it in. So game number three, we're going to have the same game plan. We're going to push hard in the mid. Pain does have the reload gadget, so we managed to get them pretty low, and Patchy goes down very quickly. We're going to be pushing up this left side, but here I think we should have pinched the Ollie. Tacos goes up a little too aggressive and ends up going down. Good burn from Tacos on Apache, and with that, we should be able to push them out of mid here, so I'm going a little bit more aggressive. The B gadget comes, so I do back up though. Here, Pain is kind of going to waste his hyper on Eve, since Eve is just going to jump over it. And Diego goes for the slow. I block it with my clone, but I do waste my hyper clone because of that, which isn't great. We are going to be pushing it on Patchy's side, but we do stack there, and he actually hits all three of us with his hyper super, which is really bad for us. It does push us back. Good kill from Tacos though. He's going aggro. He's going to take down two of them, and we're going to try to keep the ball positioning. We're going to throw it in mid. Pain is pretty low here. I think he is going to go down as a result, which wasn't good. No, we're not in a great spot, but Patchy's low. I'm keeping Eve low, holding it down with the hyper, but I can't get a kill, which is pretty unfortunate. I think if I picked up a kill there, it probably would have been different. Here, we're going to move it to our mid because it's a more favorable spot for us. I'm going to move it away, but Eve does hit two of us with his super, so we both go down. They're going to pass to Eve. Eve is going to pass to Diego. Diego's going to slow Pain, and then he's going to slot it on the left. And that's basically all she wrote.
And BC Gaming will steal away set number one with that last second goal.
So just a quick summary of the draft. They are going to pick up the Lu one because we banned Poco, and they just want to play high health brawlers and try to stand on the zone. As a response to Lu, we pick up the Stu and the Bow because Stu is a pretty hard counter of Lu. Bow is just one of the best brawlers on this map. It's great at controlling the map. They end up picking Ollie and Meg, and then we're gonna last pick Lola. Yeah, let's hop into the game. Eve's gonna be pushing up fast here, but we take him down really quickly, and as a result, we're gonna push Patchy off the zone. Taco's gonna be pushing aggro. He's gonna demech Patchy there. He's going to be playing very aggro. Good kill from Tacos again. Just really good play from him so far. They're going to pop the mines. It wastes a lot of time, and we take down Eve. Eve is going to jump up, trying to make something happen, but Tacos has a hyper already. Not going to be able to take him down with Patchy's super. Eve steps on the mine, we take down Patchy, and there's just nothing BC can do. They haven't been able to get anything going. There's just no way for them to find an entrance in on the map. The only thing that they can do is hope Eve can make a play with the super. He can't do anything though, we'll just back up. Patchy gets his hyper, but the game is pretty much already over, and I'm just going to stand on the zone.
Stmn really running away with this one. BC Gaming, it felt like there was pretty much nothing that they could do.
Game 2 is more or less the same thing. I think it's a closer game because BC had a better start, but there's not really much to look at. We do end up taking the game 2-0. I'm going to be throwing some hyper mines, and I think Patchy hits the mine. Yep, we're going to pinch out Evelyn, take him down, and right there, the game is basically over. They're gonna get Diego very low. I'm gonna put my mines. They have one chance. They have to push in. I think Eve hits a bow mine. He hits two. They all go down, and GG. So some crazy looking stats. Tacos and Pain, same kills, same DPS. All right, so taking a look at this draft on Layer Cake, we are going to pick up the first pick Shade. We had a really good idea for first picking Shade, as Pain is really good at Shade. We hit it basically all of our multi-finals prep. We didn't pick Shade one time on this map. They're going to pick up Jean, Ollie, 2-3. Pretty interesting response. I think Jean is okay. I'm not sure about Ollie. I don't think it's great. We're going to go Ash and Poco, which is a hard counter to Ollie. Pretty much makes the bro useless. And last pick, they're going to go Mortis, which is one of the best picks I think they could have gone, but I think this is a very difficult draft for them to pick into. I really like our comp, and I think it's going to show in the game. Alright, so we're going to be hopping into this set. We're going to be up 1-0 already. I'm not going to show you game 1 because this set is pretty repetitive. Eve is going to grab the blue star. We're going to be pushing them back. He's going to dash in on Pain for a hit. We pushed them back so far. Taco's getting some good hits. Pain is going to super through the wall, take down both of them, and we're going to be going up to pinch Eve. We take him down 6-1 for us. Really amazing spot already. Could not ask for a better start. And here, they're going to pull Tacos. Doesn't matter too much. They push themselves into a corner. I'm going to gadget for Patchy super. I'm going to hyper, help Pain. We're going to be pushing them hard. Pain is just chaining on them. This is his second super. Eve's going to go in, and we're still going to kill him. Third super for Pain. He is just chaining. He's going crazy. Fourth super for Pain. It's moving so fast because of the speed stack on his super, and we're gonna hit 20.
The fact that that speed stacks is just hilarious. He was rewarded very, very handsomely for his efforts over there, keeping the enemies on the back lines. And once again, you got to see the power of Poco over here.
All right, so for set number 4, we're going to be on Hard Rock Mine. BC is going to have first pick, and they're going to pick up the Chester. We're going to go Bo and Juju 2-3. They're going to go ahead and go Gray Jackie as a response, and then we're going to 6-pick Surge. All right, so getting into the game, it's going to be an interesting set, especially the start. Here, you're going to see that Pain and Tacos are just sitting there, and it's because the Jackie hasn't shown himself, and as a result, we don't want to show where the Surge is. We're just kind of waiting for everyone. Diego is going to be pushing to give them some map control. Eve is going to see Tacos and run away from him. Here, Patchy's going to put a really bad TP. He TP's on the 1 HP Surge, which isn't a great play. When you're playing Gray Jackie, you really have a big focus on like placing the teleport in a good spot for your Jackie, and the way he placed it was not good at all. Patchy's gonna kill Pain, but it doesn't really matter. The pet is pushing them. We're in a really great spot. Tacos can push them hard. He's gonna take down Patchy here. I think right here, yeah, Eve pops his gadget, and he actually kills me because I position myself pretty poorly. I get stuck on the wall, and as a result, I go down. Pain is gonna hold it down with his pet though. Tacos is gonna run at Patchy, take him down, and we only need 1 gem here, so it's not too bad of a spot for us. Tacos is going to jump on Eve, doing a really good job. Even though Pain goes down, he does end up taking the Jackie with him. And from this position, we're kind of fine. I'm going to place my mines on the TP. Not really good mines though. I could have placed them better, like higher up on my side. There isn't too much they can do from here. I'm just going to be holding them. Diego is going to miss his bomb. Patchy will miss the hook. Eve goes down. We kill them all, and game 1 goes our way. And we're going to be moving on to match point. Game number 2, we're going to be doing the same thing, but now the Jackie is actually moving up. As a result, Tacos is going to go towards his side. Tacos takes down Eve. He actually chains the super because of the bow totem, I'm pretty sure. We're going to have the bow mines in their mid, breaking their grass, which is pretty important. It makes it hard for you to grab gems, and everything is going our way right now. Taco's gonna jump on him. I'm gonna help him pinch, and we're in a fine spot. But Patchy does get the TP off of Tacos, and now they're not in too bad of a spot with the TP. I think Evix is gonna run up here and take the TP. Yeah, but he does go down. He kind of feeds us too. I don't think Taco's hyper was great, but it's not the biggest deal either. He's gonna get more than one, or nonetheless. Good taps from Tacos there onto Diego, takes him down. Good taps. Eve is gonna go in. I don't think he takes me down. Yeah, I end up killing him there. I do go down though. Diego TPs and uses his spray. I move the gems very close into my spawn. Pain is gonna go back down here and die to Eve as a result. I think we messed up there. Tacos is gonna jump in. He gets a kill, but he does go. Oh, he does go down to Eve, and we're not gonna be able to kill him. Eve is gonna get out with the 1 health, and BC is gonna have countdown. Pretty unfortunate. It felt like we were in a good spot this game, and we kind of like fumbled from the position we were in. Here we're going to be pushing up, trying to reset, but it's a little bit hopeless at this point. I'm just going to walk up, get hypered, and BC takes game number 2. Alright, so in game 3, I think we decided we were going to play it more like game 1, but Eve is walking up again. Tacos goes on him, obviously. We're playing Juju more aggro though, which is why Pain is pushing up here. Patchy gets a good hook and a good tap on me. Gets him 2 hits. Tacos gets a level though, so we're not in a bad spot at all. I think Pain gets a little too aggro. Diego gets the bomb on him, and Patchy ends up hooking him, which gives him the TP setup. Here, the Jackie's just kind of be distracting Tacos, not letting him carry too much, and now he's going to decide to take the TP and try to push. He is going to pull Pain, but he does go down. I'm going to manage to grab the gem, so we're up 3-7. Pretty good spot for us. 3-8 as Tacos steals their gem spawn. Here, Tacos is going to be picking up gems because he has a jump. Patchy's going to TP in, he's going to die. But here, Eve TP's in. He doesn't get a kill though, and we're going to have 10 gems. Pain is going to take their gems, and it's going to be 14-0. We're going to be in a great spot, but we have to be careful. They're all going to TP together. Patchy's going to hook me. They do have a TP set up. They're so low, but we're not going to be able to capitalize on it, and Eve is going to go in super us. And Eve is going to live on 1000 health, Diego on 1000 health, and they're gonna commit the heist of the year on us, stealing the gems, and as a result they're gonna steal away the game and the set, dragging us to a set number 5.
A heist from BC Gaming delivers in the final moments.
It's a really unfortunate way to lose a set, because it's very clear that we should have won that set. Just from the draft, the gameplay standpoint, it's a really painful loss to relive, rewatch, but sometimes that's how comp is. So let's hop into set number 5. Alright, so looking at this draft, they are going to give us Angelo, which is usually a brawler that's banned on out in the open, and they're gonna go Hank Meeple into it. This is their plan. They clicked it very fast, and we pick up the Pearl and the RT. Not really a great 4-5 from us. We can't really pick both of those bros together. We should have picked one of them and then something else, maybe a wall break. And as a last pick, they pick Squeak since we don't have a wall break. So game number 1, they're gonna double gadget here. Squeak slow on the right, and they're gonna box. Tacos gets stuck, and as a result, Tacos is just gonna go down right away. Pretty bad positioning from us. We can't push that far because of the box. They're gonna take down Pain, and this game is just over. I'm gonna be sitting here trying to like minimize who I feed hits to. We're gonna go into round 2 here. They're not really gonna have to do anything different. They're gonna slow on the right again for the Angelo. Here, Patchy throws a super, and he just throws his gadget, and he manages to hit me. Really unlucky. I don't even think he planned to trap me because he threw a super first, but sometimes that just happens. They're going to take down Pain there after, and Tacos is left in a 3v1. So they take game 1 very quickly. Alright, so game number 2, we're going to be switching it up. I'm going to go on the far left now. They're going to do the same thing, spam their double gadget. They're going to gadget to break the corner of our grass so it's disconnected. I'm going to be pushing them back here so we now have some control of the map. We have them second spawn, which is the way we want to play this. Pain goes for the hook, the Pierce, he misses it. But nonetheless, this is a great positioning for us. Patchy sneaks on Pain, he gets a hit, but that doesn't really matter. We're just going to be holding them here. I think here, I should have switched mid, like where Tacos is, because I do more damage than he does. And if the Hank goes far right, I can't pinch the Hank. They're going to use the Meeple gadget to push out, which is a good play from them. Diego's going to slow me. I get Diego pretty low, but I'm also 1 HP. Eve is going to miss his bubble, and we're in a good spot now, but we still lose the round despite it being a 3v2 just because we're low. Now BC is 1 round away from winning the match. I believe here they decided to switch. I think the Hank goes on my side now. On the left, they're gonna throw the same meeple gadget. The gadgets are good. That's all they have to do. They have to double gadget. The Hank isn't playing on the Angelo now, though, which is the problem for them. We're gonna push them out here. We're gonna get Patchy very low. Some good taps from Tacos, and now we have full control. The only thing is, if we're here, me and Tacos have to watch for the meeple gadget. He can still trap us, and we can still die if we get trapped since he has super. They're gonna be pushing the right here a little bit. Diego ends up going down here. I think he goes a little too aggro. I stay alive. Eve does hit Pain, but he doesn't get the kill because of the super. We're going to take down Eve, and it's just Patchy against the 3 of us, and we're going to take him down as well. So it's 1-1 in rounds. If we win this, we go to a game 3. If we lose, BC wins the match. I'm going to break the wall because I have a super. It's just going to help Tacos, so he can't really get trapped by the meeple box anymore. The Hank is going to be playing like on my side here. I'm not sure why. He tries to trap me, but I dodge it. Everything is kind of fine for us. They wasted both their gadgets. We just need to push them out. Some good taps from Tacos here. Eve is going to try to push up. Pain is going to pick up the kill on Diego. It is 2v2 now, and we're going to keep Eve low. We're going to take down Patchy, and there's no way for Eve to win this round. And we're going to send it to a game number 3 to decide the match. Alright, so game number 3, Pain is going to hit a nice shot to start off the game, and we're going to be waiting pretty passive. I think we should have pushed here more. Patchy is going to hit a double tap on Pain, which is a really good play from him. It pushes us back pretty far at the start, and now we're stuck. I think he squeak slowed, and then he also meeple boxes me, but boxing the Pearl doesn't really help them very much. I have a shield. We're going to take down Eve. I'm going to burn Patchy for a lot. Patchy's going to go down, and it's a 3v1 in the last game. We're going to pick up round number 1 here. We're going to let Pain pick up the kill, get all the shots so he can be close to his hyper, and we're just in a great spot right here. Here, we should have been able to kill the Hank, but we miss, and then I get slowed by the squeak. I go down. Patchy's going to get some good jukes off and live. Really good jukes from Patchy there. Insane play. He's going to trap Pain, and he's going to take down Pain as a result. And now Tacos, there's not really a way for him to win this game. He's just going to go down, and we're going to go into one final round to decide the match. Absolutely just a crazy game so far. Pain, good shot from him. He has an Angelo hyper. We have a pretty good situation here. We're going to have them pushed in spawn. Patchy's going to throw his box. He's going to trap Tacos, get him pretty low. Pain is going to have to hyper as a result. I get slowed trying to go over and help Tacos, and I walk into a squeak shot and I die as a result. We're not going to be able to connect on the Hank, and here Diego walks up, he hits Pain, and it's just Tacos. Tacos knows it's over, and BC is going to take the double match point 3-2 victory over us. Unk still got it, and BC is going to qualify it for Brawl Cup just like that. Pretty insane game. It's a really brutal way to lose. We lost to two double-digit DPS brawlers, but their comp was pretty smart. I think it was good. I don't regret it. I think I just regret the way that we played that set and the jam grab set, to be honest. I'll definitely remember that for a while. Definitely just want to say congrats to BC Gaming, as BC Gaming did lock in their spot with this win. If you know anything about me, I'm very good friends with Patchy, and last year my team was called Homeless. It was me, Tacos, Evelyn, and Vegeta. All 4 of us were on one team, so I'm really happy for them making land. GG's all around. It was a really crazy game. I'm obviously sad about the result, but I'm really happy for them. Congratulations to Berlin City Club on qualifying for Brawl Cup, and yeah, that's it. Peace.